New research verified by Fox News is revealing that blue states are using billions in taxpayer dollars to push critical race theory in public schools. Here to talk about it is Fox News contributor and former Congressman Jason Chaffetz. Good to have you. Let's just put this up on the board here. Call for number one. California, $1.5 billion for training resources on high-need topics like implicit bias training. New York, $9 billion for putting diversity, equity, and inclusion at the heart of all local education agencies. And Illinois, $5.1 on the same. This COVID money was given by taxpayers in a generous show of understanding a need to improve circulation at schools, the HVAC systems. That's not what it was spent on.
$122 billion was given through the Department of Education, and the idea was that they needed to work on the ventilation systems. They needed computers and laptops for teachers to teach remotely. They needed to make retrofit a lot of these schools so they could do school lunches properly. But no, now it ends up that actually they're using that money for critical race theory, equity, all these different diversion programs that the Democrats have always been on their wish list. They could never, ever pass this individually, but they tapped into $122 billion that was passed all by themselves. Democrats passed this all by themselves.
Proper ventilation, right? I mean, that's how it was sold to us, right? We had to fix the windows.
Can't get kids back in school until the school's fixed.
We could build entirely new buildings with all the money they did there. Isn't this the problem with the DC shell game when it comes to money? You get the bill passed, and then it becomes fungible, right? You can do what you want with it.
That is the fundamental problem. Look, I don't even believe there should be a federal Department of Education. Let the money follow the kids. How much better could education be in the inner cities if that money actually went to educating kids and giving the resources to those kids and creating these opportunities zones that Senator Tim Scott talks about? But no, it's going to their pet projects in blue states. That's the problem.
The irony about all of this is that the Zoom classes that went from the school to the home were seen by the parents, and that blew up the entire operation. All right, go ahead.
Well, there was another topic that we wanted to get to before we lose you. So the New York Post cover, if we can pull that up, this is about the Hunter Biden story. Like, no shadow of a doubt, and this is regarding the situation where you have Sherwin, who is Hunter Biden's business partner, at the White House 27 times. I mean, Jason, I don't know how many times you went to the White House when you were a congressman. As a congressman, like on official business, it probably wasn't 27 times.
It is getting increasingly difficult for the White House to justify and say that Hunter Biden and Joe Biden were arm's length in their business dealings. They co-shared an account with each other, a checking account. But now what the Oversight Committee has uncovered, and the question that's going to the president of Hunter Biden's company, the question is, why is it that you sent an email saying that Joe Biden's tax return money should be going to Hunter Biden? It just shows that they had this commingling of funds. And why is it that Hunter Biden's business partner is asking for Joe Biden's tax return because it's really Hunter's money? That is a huge question.
If you're able to prove that what they've been saying is not true, I mean, you were chairman of the Oversight Committee, right? Would it be possible for Joe Biden as president to run out the clock in his presidency and not have to fairly answer this question before you or a lawyer or someone else watching?
That's always been the game, is to just run out the clock, pretend it never happened. But day after day, there's more revelations about the commingling between Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and all of these other business partners in the pictures that start to come out, the manifests that are out there, opening up the call logs, opening up the logs of who is going into the White House itself. I think Jen Psaki is just lying to the American people at this point because the evidence is there. She may choose to ignore it and not look at it, but to say that there's no interaction is just false at this point.
Well, here's the thing. She might be just saying what she was being, if she asks a question, like, sir, they're going to ask me today, once again, did you have any my answer is the same. And so that's the answer that she is given to give. That's not necessarily her saying it.
Well,
you know what I mean?
But all you have to do is pick up the newspaper, which is her job, to actually read the text in the emails. But again, this is why what she said in the past is no longer true.
But
she needs to.
And it's what Biden said in the past. Like, I just don't think, like, he should not be let off the hook on that. If you're the press secretary, you're like, you're not coming up with
But
policy.
you've got two things on the field here now. You got the federal grand jury in Delaware. Who knows what they're doing?
Yeah.
Who knows what they come back with and when?
Right.
And you got Republicans who are going to take over one branch of Congress, at least.
Right.
And they're going to come to power the first week of January, and those hearings are going to be in pronto. Can he run out the clock over a 2-year period?
Well, your subpoena is only as good as your ability to enforce that subpoena. When I was the chairman of the Oversight Committee, that's the problem I had. I had to go look at Eric Holder to try to get it enforced. And so if the media is going to do its job and give an honest assessment, which they haven't done so far, then they have to look at this and print the stories as the Republicans are showing.
Thank you, Jason. Great to see you in
Nice
person.
tie as well.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
nice.
You. All right.
See you.
His wife picked it out for him, I know.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson tonight.